Greetings, friends and strangers alike. Welcome, one and all. I am Forever the Elf, and welcome back to Character Cartography, a series where we use Minecraft map art to recreate various icons, logos, and symbols from popular culture, such as movies, TV shows, and video games. For this one, we are going to be staying in the world of A Song of Ice and Fire. We've done a few of these in a row now, but I think it's quite relevant. Last time, we did the sigil of House Targaryen. So it seems only right that this time we do the sigil of the opposing house. Last time we did the blacks. This time we're doing the greens. We're doing the sigil of House Hightower. Let's get to it. Alright, let us talk about House Hightower. I'm going to be specifically talking about the characters that have appeared in House of the Dragon, just like I did on the last Targaryen one. I did the little shout out to the Game of Thrones Targaryens, but well, can't do that here because there were no Hightower characters in the Game of Thrones series. So we're just talking about House of the Dragon, the show, because I haven't read Fire and Blood. So starting out, we have Otto Hightower. He starts out as Hand of the King, and I guess spoiler territory if you haven't seen the show, he does get stripped of his role as Hand of the King and then is later reinstated for it. I really like the portrayal here by Rhys Ifans. I think he's definitely a political schemer. I think that much is shown from episode 1, really. But there's almost more to him than that. He wants to politically scheme and improve his house and his own standing and all that, but I don't know, there's something else there. One of my favourite scenes with him in it was, I forget what episode number it was, but right before he went in to tell King Viserys about what he had heard Rhaenyra and Daemon Targaryen were doing, you could see him like standing outside the King's chambers just trying to almost psych himself up to do it, I guess. He's like almost resigning himself to the fact that if he does this is going to... It's going to look like he's just spreading gossip to improve himself, pretty much. But he feels that he has to tell Viserys, it's his duty, you know. I thought that was a great scene. And overall, I've really enjoyed the portrayal so far. Can't wait to see more. And the other big Hightower in the show is his daughter Alicent, who is the Queen. Starts out as a childhood friend of Rhaenyra and ends up becoming the Queen, being married to Viserys. I think she's a very fascinating character, in that she's clearly trapped in this patriarchal society, as all the women are. But she almost accepts it after the time skip, and we get older Alicent, played by Olivia Cook. She almost accepts the role she's in, you know, and almost strives to keep that patriarchal governance. I don't know if that's the right word to use there, but she almost like keeps it in play, almost, which is very fascinating. Especially the scene where she finds out that her son Aegon had took advantage of a serving girl, and she's clearly feeling sympathetic for this girl because, you know, she was in basically the same situation, being forced into a marriage and forced to have sex with this gross old man. But at the same time, she almost threatens this girl. It's fascinating how her character's been so far. I do think one of my favourite scenes with her in it, aside from that scene I just referenced, is right after Lucerys, Rhaenyra's second son, cuts out the eye of Alicent's second son, Prince Aemond. I guess they're both princes, Prince Lucerys, Prince Aemond, whatever. And she openly calls for the removal of an eye of... I don't know how old Lucerys was there. He was under 10. I think about 6, 7 years old, something like that. I don't know the ages. exactly before the last little time skip we had. And it's like, whoa, are you really calling for that? But it's like, you almost understand. Like, she wants revenge on Rhaenyra. She doesn't necessarily want the revenge on Lucerys. I think she wants the revenge on Rhaenyra. And she's just taking it out on the child. Because she resents Rhaenyra a lot, because Alicent's always done as she's told. You know, she's played the nice, obedient lady, you know, marrying a man she doesn't want to and having children with him and all that. And Rhaenyra hasn't done that. Rhaenyra has done the exact opposite. She's done what she wants, and she almost flaunts that in Alicent's face, or at least that's how she feels. Yeah, very interesting characterizations, and just like with Otto, I'm excited to see more of all of it. If you can't tell, I'm really enjoying the show so far. And I thought I'd mention here, because I didn't talk about them in the Targaryen video, even though they are named Targaryen, they look Targaryen, Alicent's children are very much on the Hightower side of the war. So I thought, hey, let's talk about them here. The 3 children we've seen so far, she does have 4 in the books, but I believe we're going to see the 4th in season 2, so there's no point talking about Daeron in this one. So let's go to a quick mention of the 3 kids so far. There's not as much to talk about with them because we haven't seen as much of them. They're very much the later season cast. But let's start with Aegon. He is a shithead. Wow, they are really making him out to be just an absolute dickhead, aren't they? Like, not only does he drink, and he's like Robert Baratheon. All I want to do is drink and fuck girls, or whatever it is he says. Or crack skulls and fuck girls, that's it. Except Aegon just wants to drink, he doesn't want to fight. He's got no interest in being king at all, which is very interesting. He doesn't want the power. He just wants to be a frat boy and have a good time. But at the same time, he, like, visits child fighting pits. What the fuck? I guess the other big one is Prince Aemond. Obviously, I mentioned him earlier with him losing his eye, but he also at the same time gained the biggest living dragon in Vhagar, and he's very much a psychopath, almost. I don't know if that's the right word to use there, but we saw him as a kid. He was kind of bullied and pushed down for not having a dragon yet. You know, he was teased by the other boys. It's kind of how it's going to be. But he's really taken his eye removal hard, and he's just seething with anger all the time. He's trying to train to be like the best warrior. He's basically always looking to pick a fight, and any reason he can blow up and fight he's looking for that. So it's this video should be going up on the day of the episode 10 of season 1, and yeah, it's I know what's going to happen because I know that part from the book, and people are going to hate Aemon. And I guess last but not least, we have Helaena Targaryen, the middle child, I believe, of Alicent. Oh, but I guess second of 4, but middle of what we've seen, whatever. She is an interesting characterization because in the books she has no characterization. She's basically mentioned like 2 or 3 times as far as I'm aware. Again, I haven't read the books, so I don't know for sure. But in the show, they're really doing something interesting with her. They're making her... First of all, she seems to have some sort of prophetic dreams, which is very interesting. She's always spouting this random prophetic nonsense that no one's listening to, but is all coming true so far. And also, they've given her like an interest in bugs, which is weird, but hey, I dig it. You know, it's fine with me. It's interesting. It's some character. She's got a hobby, you know. She's like her dad with his big Valyrian Lego set. She's got her bug collection. And also, I just love how just awkward she is. I don't have much experience with things like autism or whatever, but a lot of people are saying that she really is exhibiting some traits of that, and it's very interesting. I'll say that, and I do actually like it. I really do. I love how awkward she is, because I'm very socially awkward too. I can relate with you. prophetic bug queen. Alright, that is going to be it. We're coming up to the end of this one, so thank you for listening to me ramble about a really good show. And I'll see you in the outro. Alright, and we are finished with another map art. I'm pretty happy with this one. The brickwork on the tower looks a little weird, you know, because I'm trying to get it to like curve as it gets to the top and the bottom. You know, it's tough when you work on this small of a scale, you know. I'll tell you one thing. I was actually surprised about the colours of the Hightower banner. I thought there was green in it, you know, because, you know, in House of the Dragon they're called the Greens. They like to wear green. But no, it's a white tower on a silver background. If you're curious about the blocks I used in the process, I'll post them up on screen like always. So if you want me to make map art of anything in particular, please do put your suggestions down in the comments. I have a ton of ideas myself, but it'd be nice to hear what you guys think. I definitely appreciate even more ideas. So that's it for this map art video. If you've enjoyed, then please do give it a like and subscribe for more map art videos and other content in the future. If you want to check me out in other places, I stream over on Twitch 3 days a week. Come in and let me know that this video sent you. It's always nice to hear how you found the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter for updates about streams and videos and anything else, really. And lastly, feel free to join the Woodland Realm Discord server. All the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.